Is that a planner under your TV? And why don't you use it? Well, I gotta tell you, you're really observant. That is a planner, and I don't use it that much anymore. I pretty much have switched over to Google Calendar. How do you keep spiders out of the shop? Well, I don't mind spiders. I kind of like them in a way. They're interesting. I had a rat in my shop one time, and he would somehow manage to run straight up the walls. I don't know how you could do it, but I would be shooting a video and I would see him go and then run across the ceiling. Do you have any projects that you really liked building but still want to go back and make some modifications? Just about every project I make, I kind of wish I could go back and change them a little bit. I think the key to woodworking is just to finish a project. Once it's finished, you won't really have to worry about making those modifications. What's the answer to life, universe, and everything? Of course, everybody knows it's 42, but the real answer is look in a mirror. Why not use Rust-Oleum spray lacquer? I don't know. I don't know if there's a whole bunch of difference between spray lacquers. I just get the cheapest one, which is that blue can. Any chance of a shop tour? Yeah, I'll probably do a shop tour again soon. Can you do a spot on a radial arm saw? Well, I don't know anything about radial arm saws. It's kind of a bygone tool. But I know some guys who use radial arm saws and just, they love them. Be bold, be proud, stick with that radial arm saw. Is your name Steve Marin or Steve Ramsey? Well, it is Steve Ramsey, but there's a lot of confusion about that. At least there used to be more confusion than there is now. When I set up my YouTube channel years ago, my main YouTube channel, I set it up as Steve in Marin. I live in Marin County, California, and so I just thought, well, that'll be a username. I gave it like zero thought. And when I was filling out the YouTube form, I forgot the E on Steve, and so it's basically Stev in Marin. It's just wrong like that. And so now sometimes people think my name is Steven spelled with an I-N, which would be really odd. I decided after I formed that channel a number of years later to form my second channel, this channel, Mere Minutes, and get the spelling right. So I spelled it Steve with the E in Marin. That's really not that interesting of a story, is it? What kind of glue tube do I use? This is what you're talking about. It's called a glue bot, and it's glue with an umlaut over it. It's like Spinal Tap. A viewer sent this to me a few years ago, and I really like it because you can squeeze it this way. You don't have to turn it upside down. It's magic. How do I come up with original ideas? I steal them from other woodworkers. For someone getting their first table saw, besides a pusher that you can make, what accessories do you recommend? Definitely make a cross-cut sled. I think that is the most valuable tool you can have for your table saw. And second, I would make a miter sled. I never understood how glue can hold it together. I don't understand it either. Glue is an amazing thing. They've done tests on it, and a glued up joint becomes stronger than the wood. If you go to break it, the wood will split before that joint of glue will break. Modern wood glue is probably the most important advancement in woodworking ever. That and the gripper. After you transfer inkjet photo to wood, can you sand it off if you don't like it? I don't know, let's try it. My printer is all out of cyan ink, so these look a little wonky, but I'll see if I can sand them off. Well, it looks like you can sand those off. Interestingly though, it was easier to sand it off the plywood than the solid wood.